What is good, Josh GG Game, man? It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Indianapolis Colts rebuild video, baby. And today, we continue our amazing playoff run here, man, after a great overtime victory last time in the AFC division round against the Chargers, man. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a thriller. It goes down to the wire. Make sure you guys go back and head back over and check that out for your boy. As well as leave a like and comment on this video, man. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the series, if you guys are enjoying it, ready for us it to continue to season 2 despite what happens here, whether we win the Super Bowl or not. But here, before we can even think about the Super Bowl, we got to go and take care of business here against Cincinnati. The team that is on a hot start, or at least hot into their season, we got to look to put it into that streak. But they probably got the same exact press conference. I mean, we're on technically a 17-game winning streak right now. Of course, all we're going to do, though, is just be confident in ourselves. We're not going to try to insult them, talk about their game, because what at the end of the day matters, if we scoring and we stopping, ain't nobody touching this. So we'll get plus 10 break tackle, play rec, and tackling for, it looks like, our whole team. We're just going to look to basically steal their momentum and break it up. So, I mean, this roster is good. Top to bottom, we got 5 guys at 90 plus here. Burrow and Chase both at 96. Trey Henderson at 94. DJ Reader, Joe Mixon. This team is pretty good from top to bottom. I mean, it doesn't have really too big of a skill gap after the starters. So we're going to look to just try to, limit things. They got 3 really good receivers because it's T. Higgins and DJ Chark Jr. right behind Jamar Chase. And then you match that up with the tight end that they have here in Zach Ertz too as well, who isn't, completely bad. I mean, he did his thing with the Eagles for a little bit. And obviously, I thought he had a bigger impact on the game. Be up there near the Travis Kelce and George Kittle kind of line of play when he first got into the league. That's what I thought at least. But, he's not he's a serviceable starter. We obviously have a good O-line, but the really impressive part is their defense. There were absolutely no holes around this whole thing. The front 7 was strong. DBs even down to the nickel here with Mike Hilton strong, and the safety core here too is strong as well. So we're gonna have trouble with our offense getting the ball moving and stopping theirs at the same time. But with something that has to be done here. I mean, we're gonna have to do it without our starting corner too as well, and Vince Anthony. So nobody to help out in the slot, nobody to kind of stick on Jamar Chase, nobody to stick on T. Higgins when they go to those 3 sets. And they have no injuries at all coming into the game. So they're going to come in completely healthy, but we're missing one of our best defensive players. And I think you'll be able to tell if you go back and watch that last video just how key it is missing somebody like Vincent Anthony. Yes, he has given up big plays before, but missing him is going to be a huge hit to this defense. So it's going to be up to that man, Anthony Richardson, and this offense to go to keep pace with Joe Burrow and these Bengals. As everybody gets fired up for kickoff, I'm going to go ahead and spin things over to the Smooth broadcast. And welcome you guys to SmooveCast TV here. This is the AFC Championship game against the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Indianapolis Colts here in the beautiful city of Indianapolis, as there goes head coach Sly Cooper, ready to lead his team in his first season to a second postseason win. Behind that man, Anthony Richardson, they're going to look to do it here and get all the way to the postseason. And we've seen some great play on special teams here, as you see KJ Hamler lining up for the opening kick return. As we have seen him take a couple back, be a kick and punt return, and have some really good returns this postseason, especially late in the season as well. As we'll see what he does here with the opening kickoff. Has a wide open lane going up the middle towards the right, shrugs off one, and finally gets taken down at the 24-yard line, bringing on the offense of the Indianapolis Colts behind their captain, Anthony Richardson. A phenomenal season this year for his first full season post-injury, 4,300 yards, 36 touchdowns to 22 interceptions. Of course, you would like to keep that limited here today if possible. But this is going to be a strong defense they're going up against, and they're going to start off with their bread and butter, as they are the #1 rush offense in the league by a huge margin. And they're getting it started with a read option to the left, where Zach Moss coming back. Another read option, this time to the right side, as Zach Moss does not get the block for Anthony Richardson there, actually losing a yard. And it's 3rd and short here early. Shotgun up the middle to Jonathan Taylor. 3 different guys carrying the rock this time. 3 different yardage totals. But it does lead to a first down overall for the Colts. After the pass just out of range of Josh Downs in the slot. They'll come back for 2nd and 10. Stay in the 2x2 look here. Pockets getting rushed and will lead to an overthrow of Kyle Pitts on 2nd and 10. Leading to 3rd and 10 here. Pocket looks like it's collapsing. He's going to roll out, find his receiver, and throws it incredibly far behind him. Pressure started to get to him. He had to roll all the way out and almost got sacked. So after at least getting a first down on the drive, they do go 3 and out right after. End up having to punt this right back to Cincy, who will go and get a little return back and get smacked, getting only to the 19. And there he is, that man Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow, the man that can't stay off the ground. This season has done just that, and he's led his team to a great season. 4,400 yards, a great touchdown to interception ratio, only having single digits in that category. And we're going to have to look to get some turnovers here today, as it's not going to be easy. I expect, watching the practices throughout the week from the Colts, see a lot more zone this week, as they are missing one of their best man coverage corners in Vince Anthony, the rookie. Probably an early contestant for Defensive Rookie of the Year, possibly in the AFC, but they will be without him today, so expect to see a lot more zone, maybe a lot less blitzes. You're on 2nd and 11. They're going to go ahead and it looks like matched up man that time, getting pressure to Burrow, forcing him to have to throw here on 3rd and long, and he's finding a line over Jamar Chase, getting onto their side of the field. Big play there in the moment that they needed it. He was left wide open over the middle, honestly. And it looks like they're going to try to mix in the run and the pass here early. 2nd and 9. Throws it out to the flats for his tight end. That's Zach Ertz shrugging off one tackler there. That is Darrell Baker, who we'll see playing the slot today for the Colts. Dropping back, 2-by-2 look here, going to the outside. That is Julius Brents, the zone coverage corner that they put out there. I told you expect to see a lot more zone today, and it might have just tricked Joe Burrow into throwing his first interception, and it's going to be a pick 6. Huge touchdown here for the Indianapolis Colts as Julius Brents just sitting in the flat zone. They try to go throw it out to the flats yet again, kind of playing it up hard underneath. Was able to have just enough vertical to go up and snag that mid-air. You can definitely tell they're trying to go to the out route that time, and then had the speed and take it all the way up the field. Waste a little bit of clock running down the side of the end zone. And just like that, they have their early 7-0 lead despite the offense coming out flat. So we'll see if they're able to keep up the same kind of pressure here on defense as Samson and Bukum with the sack here on 1st down. And Burrow's already looking kind of rattled, rolling out yet again to another sack. Can I see who that one was? I think that was rookie Juan Barrett getting there in the backfield that time. 3rd and 23. Burrow once again rolling out to his right. Looking, fires it out of bounds as he did not want to take a 3rd sack in a row. And just like that, the defense locking up. A pick 6 first. 3 and out off 2 sacks on the 2nd drive. And now we got KJ Hamler getting out on the punt return, going out far right. He's got the punter to beat. Juke move to the inside. Gets smacked, and that's a fumble. And I can't see from up here, I think the Bengals will have it here. KJ Hamler on a huge return, maybe trying to do a little too much on the juke. And it does end up going back to the Bengals there. Now, of course, they will have a ways to go here as they were already on their side of the field. So it's not like it's going to be a shortened field, at least for the Bengals. But that's a huge momentum shifter when you could have had great field position and gone up 2 scores. And now you got to ask that defense who just got a 3 and out to come back out and play a little bit longer. Handoff up the middle to Mixon. Taken straight down by Blackman. That's going to be an injury on the field to starting middle linebacker Zaire Franklin. Have to keep eyes on that and see if he comes back out of the tunnel, grabbing on that arm. We're seeing EJ Speed take over for him in the nickel here as they go zone coverage yet again. And that's a wide open receiver. If you're going to do zone, you got to get some pressure in there because Burrow's going to have all day to dissect it. It looks like it will be elbow baritis. He'll return soon, so maybe you're going to get some rest. Actually, he's back on the field right now, ready to make some plays here. Now it's going to be a run to the left side. And it's actually going to be Blackman again making the tackle on the run, but not before a long 1st down. Empty set for the Bengals. Looks like they're setting up a tight end screen to the right, and it's sniffed out by Manny Bell. That boy was smelling what the Rock was cooking on that one, and we're able to go ahead and get back there for the stop and have to just force them to take their 3. And at the end of the 1st quarter, a lot more plays obviously on the Bengals side than ours. We've only ran a total of 6 plays. They've passed the ball more than we've ran. They've almost passed the ball double. Actually, they have passed the ball more than double, almost triple the amount of plays that we've run total in just the 1st quarter. Oh, just as I was about to say, another run not going anywhere. It looks like there's an injury on the field again for the Colts. Alec Pierce going down with a leg injury apparently. Have to see how long his lasts or if he comes back. Thankfully, he's just wide receiver number 3 on the depth chart. And we've got another abundance of weapons here as we go down the field to one of them. That is Jonathan Taylor getting the deep ball down the field. One-on-one there with it looks like the nickelback. Still able to have enough speed to beat him down the line. And just like that, we're in the red zone. Going to hand it right off to him again to try to finish what he started. Maybe would have had a touchdown if he went all the way wide left. Cut it back inside. So we'll go ahead and go back to him again here. Cutting it all the way inside. Once again, could have scored easier if he went left. But it doesn't matter. My boy is going to get into that end zone. Touchdown, Colts. I don't know how he always finds a way to do it, man, but he just muscles his way and look, juking back across two, trucking and dragging two defenders into the end zone and still doesn't go down to his feet. And just like that, we will go up 2 possessions here where it could have been 3 if we had just got that fumble return back, man. KJ Hamler got some things to answer for on that one for sure. As actually we ended up having an injury a couple plays earlier. Will Fries, bruised sternum, will be out for the rest of the game, so a different right guard will be in. As if the injury concerns weren't enough already, we'll have to play with at least one backup offensive lineman here in this game. But that doesn't stop the defense from still being aggressive, chasing Burrow all over that pocket, not letting them get comfy without even really sending a blitz. So we're only just sending 4 here. Throw goes out to the flats, and that is Zach Ertz with another catch. Staying in the gun here. Looks like they're going to go trips to the left and throw it right to Jamar Chase inside on the slot. And that's a good matchup to have. You're going to have him either on a linebacker or on the 4th-string corner, technically, as Kwity Paye goes down with his own injury now, too. I told y'all the injuries are in abundance today. Maybe it was a hard week of practice. Guys are feeling a little dehydrated or soft. So we got a pectoral strain this time around. Medium risk injury, so he should come back in the game at some point. But at least for now, we'll have to do without him. 3rd and 5. Halfback lined up left, offset. Throw goes out. That's Manny Bell. Rookie Manny Bell with a great read. Sitting back in zone coverage. He thought he might have had the out route. Learned that DJ Chark was going to come over the middle. That's great film study right there to know the play that's about to come up. They know they like running in routes on those types of situations. And he's able to go ahead and pick that off. Hand off up the middle now for the offense as they try to continue this mode. As Jonathan Taylor is going to do what he does. 1st down run. Jumping up here to 3rd and 5 near midfield. Looking out to his right. Richardson is looking. He's just going to run it himself with a block there from Jonathan Taylor, getting the man down just a little bit, although he got knocked down. But he's helping on his quarterback move up the field a little bit, getting us closer to the red zone. Very next play, we're going to go trips right, throw it back left, wide open on Michael Pittman Jr.'s in route. Right over the head of the linebacker. They couldn't intercept it like us. And just like that, we are in the red zone easy. Clean pocket. Throw goes right, and it's just out of range for Josh Downs. Bringing up a 3rd and 10. Kyle Pitts in the formation here. They're going to run to the left side. That's Richardson trying to truck his way forward. And we'll get taken down 4th and 3 here as we come up on the 2-minute warning. The offense will stay on the field. Thinking if they don't get it, they can pin this team deep. So why not at least try for it? Throw goes out to Downs, and he catches and holds on. Saw a couple times last game where he didn't exactly do that. And that's only the 3rd completion here today for Anthony Richardson, as he's 3 for 10. Not a good day in the air, but it's all right when you're throwing touchdowns. Josh Downs in the end zone yet again. And just like that, it is now 21-3. The exact score that we will go ahead and take into the half here, as it's looking all good. The defense is playing phenomenally. Already 35 snaps through the 1st half. Only 30 pass plays, 114 yards already. No 100 yards, whether on the ground or through the air for us. And obviously the winner of this game would play either the Cowboys or 49ers, who play tomorrow at 6:45 p.m. So make sure you guys tune into the broadcast to watch that game too as well. Not really, y'all. But you get to see who will be playing in that Super Bowl for the NFC side, which looking like they will have to face off against this hot Colts unit. Now, of course, we have seen this team also crumble in the second half of games, so we'll have to see if that happens here today, as we've seen a lot of injuries too as well get to the boys. So we'll see if everybody can stay healthy coming out here, as a big play on 1st down straight out of the half is not what you want to see, but them boys in Cincinnati are a little bit rattled. Offsides penalty on them, so they will back it up to 1st and 15. Burrow, clean pocket, throws it out quick though to the halfback to just kind of basically get back to where they were. 2nd and 9. Off the wheel route there. Staying same formation here. Looks like they're running, might be even the same play, as he just barely gets that off, avoiding another sack. Great covers there. It looks like Pierre Collins following and trailing behind. As here on 3rd and 9, they're going to go with a play action fake right to the tight end. That's Zach Ertz yet again getting another big catch as they've been looking for him pleasantly and awfully. As everybody's been making a lot of plays for them, and it looks like we're going to get a formation switch here. Going from 2x2 to empty. Trips to the left. 3rd and 8. Burrow wiggling around the pocket. Throws it over the top. Great hands there to reach up and grab that one. Snagging and bringing it down. I can't believe he actually made the play on that. That's honestly, like, that throw was really high. I didn't think he was going to get there. And then they come right back with a screen and an order of pancakes on the side as it is a big-time game for Joe Mixon getting up to the 20. Officially in the red zone territory for one of the first times today as they can look to try to capitalize this drive off with a touchdown instead of 3. Motioning out the halfback out the backfield. That's Mixon to the left. Burrow will now have an empty pocket here. Pretty clean. Plenty of time to find Jamar Chase underneath for the open pass and getting the first down. And then coming back for a play action fake here. Going to the tight end. Getting him up to the 4-yard line. Getting closer to maybe seeing their first touchdown today as it will be a handoff of the middle to Joe Mixon. Getting them closer to the 1. Do you hand it off to him again and see if he can squeeze in? They will not this time around. Pass goes over the top of the linebacker's head as Franklin was worried about getting to his assignment, playing man up straight across the board, and Zach Ertz. Another phenomenal catch, and this one happens to be for their first touchdown of the game. Finally seeing the board here as it's now going to be 21-10. That's a smart play there. Got us all discombobulated, had us thinking it might be the run. They went in and go with the pass. I'm sure that's what Seattle meant to do years ago, but it did not work, as we all know. So the Cincinnati team is just built different. It's just it's something about the AFC. They just built different than the NFC boys, I guess. I don't know. But I do know this run game built different as Jonathan Taylor gets us another first down. Bumping it up to 2nd and 8 here as we are seemingly trying to drip the clock here a little bit. Wasting as much time as possible, not picking up plays too quickly here. Is Jonathan Taylor with a great shrug off there and getting taken down by 2 Bengals defenders. So that'll be a first down for us. We'll jump ahead 3rd and 4 here. Only a minute left in the 3rd quarter here, trying to get this thing all the way down to the 4th. Pretty clean pocket. Throws it just before he gets sacked and gets whacked is Michael Pittman Jr. I almost said Michael Thomas on that drag, but Michael Pittman Jr. getting hit hard, and then Robert Woods there on the end route finally seeing a little bit of playing time. One of his first catches of the postseason. Didn't really see him too much during the regular season, but his catch will end the 3rd quarter here. Still don't even have 100 yards through the air or on the ground individually. Combining for a little bit, obviously almost 200 yards on both, though. As we'll look to try to change that here in the 4th quarter. Still up 21-10 and actually driving right now. We're in the red zone. 12 yards away from pay dirt. Sticking to the gun here. We're going to hand off here to Jonathan Taylor, trying to truck his way through the safety, but it's a great tackle. Get the man on the ground. That's all that matters. 2nd and 5 here. Dropping back. Clean pocket. We're going to roll to the right. Wide open man in the back of the end zone. That is Josh Downs for touchdown number 2 on the day. Dump slant routes is just butt booty naked, and it allows us to get butt booty naked in the end. So hey, as we go ahead and raise the score up 28-10. That's an amazing throw on the run. I know he's been working on his throwing the runs all season in practice, trying to get those better, especially with how much mobile this team asks him to be. Might as well get better at something that could potentially help open up things down the field while keeping the pocket clean. And Cincinnati getting, it looks like another penalty here for false start yet again. 2nd one of the game is going to drop them back to 1st and 15, which is not what they need to be doing here. This clock is officially not on their side. Only about 9:58 left in the ball game for them. Down 3 scores here with 18 as they try to go to the flats there. Just go ahead and re-equip the yards that they just lost on 2nd and 10. Dropping back. Throw goes out. Great knockdown. Getting him to loosen that one up. It'll be 3rd and 10 here. They're going to switch to a bunch left formation here as Burrow drops back. Clean pocket. Rolling to his left. Still moving and throws it out of a sack. And it is 4 down territory being down this much, this late, and being in the postseason. So looks like they're going to motion out the halfback to the right. Trips to the left. Looks like no one's going to get home to the quarterback, and never mind. 2 will get there as Kwity Paye finishes it off, only getting credit obviously for half the sack. But that actually is a turnover on downs and gives us the ball in plus territory already with 9 minutes to go here. And a run game that already this season has been dominant. So now we get to just lean on it heavily here, as that's 2 really good stops though from the Bengals defense. Maybe keying in on the run here late. 3rd and 9. Play action read here. Throw goes out before the sack and could not find Alec Pierce over the top. I saw what they were doing, but Wilson, great play at the safety spot. We were able to knock that thing down and have to force the Colts just to go ahead and settle with 3. Oh, that was almost blocked there. Great read off the left side edge. But now the Bengals got to score here. If they can't score on this drive, I would pretty much say the game is over because they need to score quickly as the game is now at 21 territory. You're in risk of being 21 skunked at this point. Drop back, throws it out to the quick slant route there. Great play there by DJ Chark Jr. As it looks like they're going, it looks like dime package here. 6 DBs on the field. And we'll take it when those type of plays happen, knocking the ball loose there. Great job by Kenny Moore Jr. They'll come back here, and that's going to be another interception. Julius Brent's second of the day, and he's taking this one up the sideline as well. It's only offensive lineman. DJ Chark is giving chase. He's trying to be the next chase down tackler, but it won't work. It won't work. It won't. What? No, don't twerk. Gosh, dog, you making me out here rhyme. But dang, Julius Brents goes in and gets a second pick 6 of the game. Not just second interception, but his second pick 6. I got to give that has to be game MVP. I mean, obviously without his points though, we are still up, 24-10. But a big one to actually be our first touchdown of the game, and then to go ahead and seal it here, as with 5.5 left. I mean, it's going to take a miracle for the Bengals to go ahead and take this one home. You see, we're 27th this season in takeaways. Today we managed to go to get 3 of them things and a bunch of sacks too, as well as we get this throw going out wide open. DJ Chark Jr. getting them to plus territory. Burrow's already slung the ball 47 times today, and he's not done. 4.5 left to go. Throws it over the top. That's a great catch there. Just getting it over the hands of Darrell Baker. Man, if that's Julius Brents, that might be another pick, but instead it's going to be a one-on-one touchdown for DJ Chark Jr. I don't even know why celebrate at this point because it's still 30-17. Y'all are officially in territory where you need to get onside kicks. And this one is going to go off and be grabbed up by Zach Moss. Great play there. Go ahead and just snatch it, not even let it go to the second level if you can. And with 4.5 minutes left, we can basically just drip all this clock and say hello to the Super Bowl. Unless Jonathan Taylor's feeling a little antsy here. Juke move to the inside. We'll get taken down. Big rush lanes. We're now officially at about 3 minutes left to go here. Wide open man there, and he doesn't see him. Wanted to go for it all in the end zone. He did have a wide open receiver. I think that was Michael Pittman Jr. on the stop route. Here we'll come back with the triple option. Toss it out to Jonathan Taylor. He's going to just go ahead and get enough for the first down to keep the clock back moving and keep the drive alive. Last play, possibly before the 2-minute warning, will be, it looks like another option read here. Throw will just go out to Taylor. And he gets taken down as that one was not blocked correctly. I think Kyle Pitts was out there trying to lead block, and it didn't work. Not really known for his blocking abilities, but we'll definitely take that disadvantage for the passing abilities we get for him. As Richardson takes the read option that time for the 3rd and 4th play here. We'll go with another read option, and this one's just going to, I mean, you can Naruto running that bit if you want to. Walk in that bit if you want to. Curb stomping that bit if you want to. Crip walking that bit if you want to. As that would be the touchdown that really, really ends the game there. Only a minute left, so we will go ahead and get up out of here as nothing exciting happened from here on out. Your Indianapolis Colts are going to the Super Bowl. And I believe this season, at least in this game, I think it will be in Dallas regardless of, obviously, the teams. I think the Super Bowl is being held in Dallas in this particular season. So shout out to us. We're going out to Dallas to go to play in the Super Bowl, and we took down the Cincinnati Bengals relatively easy. I thought this team was a lot better on paper than the Chargers, and they put up a lot less of a fight, as we only had to throw for 107 yards and a 40% completion percentage with Anthony Richardson to get out of it. We didn't even rush for 150. We had 253 total offensive yards. We got out yard gain today. They had more first downs than we did today. We were just more efficient with our points. I mean, I guess that's what happens. We get 2 pick sixes, but once again, even without those 2, we win the game. Even for our 4th quarter points alone, and they score all of their stuff, we win the game. Now 6 for 11 on 3rd down, so I got a little bit better. And 4 for 6 in the red zone is better than last week, but we still got to up that just a little bit, just a tad. But at least all 4 of them things were touchdowns for us. And then, they controlled time of possession, of course, with all the plays they ran. I mean, Burrow threw for 49 passes. Anthony Richardson threw for less attempts than Joe Burrow completed. 8 for 20 on the day, 107 yards, but the same amount of touchdowns for 2. Just not the 4 interceptions Burrow threw. 2 of those to Brent, 1 to Manny Bell. So shout out to the defense getting it locked up. Taylor didn't even reach 100 yards today on the ground by himself. Was only 21 for 96 and a touchdown. Probably could have kept running it with Vicks if they were good. or if they were smart about it, 10 for 55. He was doing pretty good on the ground against us, was gashing us a lot. As the run defense was struggling, having to step back in zone a little bit more. Passing wise, of course, Zach Ertz, I told y'all he was leading. 10 catches. That's more than doubled in second place for either side. Josh Downs, you can see nobody had over really 20 yards except for Jonathan Taylor's 46-yard catch that he had. But Downs, 3 catches, 15 yards, 2 touchdowns. Very efficient day through the air for our guys, and no Kyle Pitts either. Might surprise you. But it really kind of goes up to the defense, man. 10 tackles for Zaire and Franklin, 5 of them holds solo, 2 TFLs for Samson and Bukum, 1.5 sacks. So basically both of them were sacks. Juan Barrett got a full one. Tyquan Lewis, DeForest Buckner, and Kwity Paye all coming in there with half sacks as well. And then the other interception ended up going to Darrell Baker, coming in and playing that little relief role in the slot, doing pretty good at it. And we've seen him do good in the dime, so that's why I trusted him to do the nickel work here today. And still trusted enough to go a little bit of man coverage here throughout the game. Obviously, we can't get too complacent and just only do zone. So I'm proud of them boys were able to stick it out, hold it up against a very good trio of receivers. And then unlike today, no real kind of return yards here, but KJ Hamler did end up getting hurt, meaning that Robert Woods had to take over return duties. So we'll have to see if we will be getting him back in the following week. But first, let's go. I'm glad we could reward your faith, coach. It put the right kind of pressure on us to deliver and fire the guys up. Thank you so much for that, Ryan Kelly. Even though you aren't my captain, I don't know why you talking to me. I should be hearing from Anthony Richardson. But we'll get plus 10 break tackle, play rec, and tackle for the next game, which is the Super Bowl. So I'll definitely take that. It'll make it a lot easier for all of our players. And then 2,500 XP for the squad. I love that. Now, KJ Hamler will be out for 4 weeks, so he will miss the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, his season is done. But Vince Anthony will be back for that Super Bowl. This is still showing before I simulated forward. So he's going to have 1 week on Pro Bowl week. And then after Pro Bowl week, he will be ready to go. KJ Hamler, unfortunately, will have 2 more weeks until he's ready. But you can see it here, man. We are facing off against the Dallas Cowboys as they somehow upset the San Francisco 49ers 28-21. Now, you know, obviously their playbook is really good, and a lot of people have problems with them consistently making the postseason. But let's not give props where props are due. I mean, the 49ers ended up being the 1 seed, won their first game. And this game just kind of fell a little bit short here, kind of like they did in the Super Bowl in real life. Or really good all season. It just fell slightly short. And where was it short at? The passing yardage is there. 117 through the ground, but 229 through the air. 2 touchdowns for Brock Purdy. 22 for 34. That's just game management stuff, man. Shout out my boy Cam Newton. And then Dak Prescott, 275, 2 touchdowns as well. Once again, game management stuff. The real leaders here, the 5.3 and 4.8 yards a carry. Which I guess if you want to talk about it that way, Anthony Richardson's, I guess, kind of a game manager, but not really, because he also almost had 1,000 yards on the season too. So if we ain't prepared to call Lamar Jackson one of those, then we ain't prepared to call Anthony Richardson that either. Now, of course, we'll have to go up against Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb, who both have big games, Jake Ferguson at tight end. And don't forget about Michael Gallup. Still got Tony Pollard in the backfield. They're going to give us a lot of things to worry about here on offense. And then to match it up with a very good defense with Michael Parsons and company. So, of course, we will take a look at that. Before the next episode, here goes a quick look at the Pro Bowl roster. So if you see your favorite player, comment them down below. Let me know what position they were at, 1, 2, or 3. You can see rookie Lance Klein ended up making on the MC side as QB3. I'm trying to really get a look and feel here if there are any other rookies that kind of made big impacts. Demario Douglas and KJ Osborne, both wide receiver 2s on both sides, respectively. Jordan Addison, wide receiver 6, is pretty impressive. Dalton Kincaid and Juwan Johnson as tight end 3s is pretty good, I feel like. Just kind of pointing out things that are kind of just out of the normal that we didn't really get to see in real life here. But, I mean, it's been a great season. I'm glad that none of our guys are here. I wish they had a list to show us at least who would have went to the Pro Bowl had we went to it. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, I'm not that patient of a guy, and I love playing these games so much. I'm not about to sit here and scroll through my entire roster one by one, finding every single person that made the Pro Bowl. Now, of course, we have a great idea of some guys that did. I think Anthony Richardson made it. I think we saw that in his player card. I'm sure Jonathan Taylor made it. Receivers, not too confident about that. Maybe Kyle Pitts would have made it. Who knows? Offensive line, we probably had a couple guys. And then defensive, we probably had a couple guys. But here goes some of the player of the weeks as well. From the postseason, we haven't really checked it out too often. Anthony Richardson actually ended up getting it for last week, 107, 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, no interceptions. I guess you got to give it to somebody. And Julius Brents, obviously, with his 2 pick sixes, was going to be defensive player regardless of what happened the rest of the way. So, got a couple upgrades here to go ahead and end out the video. Like I said, 2,500 XP is going to be great. So, why not go ahead and get an upgrade here for Jonathan Taylor towards his receiving back, because we've been using him out of the backfield to catch the ball a lot more, especially in those deep routes. So, go ahead and upgrade that attribute for him. Anthony Richardson's been coming around a lot with his accuracies here this season. He's throwing the run ability. but we did see him miss a lot of throws today, going 40% from the field. So definitely going to hit a field general upgrade, get +1 to all 3 accuracies, getting onto an 80 strong arm, which will put him at 87, 89, and 89, which respectively are more like 84, 84, and 84. So 84 is across the board, so mid 80s. But we'll be boosted for the postseason to be around 90s. So that'll be nice with that throw power too as well. So hopefully we'll see a lot more consistency in his throws. Julius Brents, after the game of his career, we're going to go and upgrade his man coverage though, +3 to that thing, because that thing was low 74 now, which is actually more like a 71. So even without boost, he was actually in the 60s. So definitely want to get that up if possible, so he can start being serviceable on the field when Vince comes back, because he is back this week. Jalen Jackson, the rookie, still yet to see what his development is. So we'll obviously have to wait to the end of the season. But he's got a quick upgrade here. I've been kind of just working on his run stopper, getting more of a scheme fit. And I feel like his zone coverage is in a decent spot to where we can go and work on that stuff. And his pass rushing stuff is so far out the way that I'm not even really worried about either of those. Nor do I really pass rush my linebackers like that unless we're blitzing. Now, Manny Bell has been doing phenomenal. I think he would be deserving of a star development. I think he's played great at the middle linebacker spot, but his stats probably don't line up for it, so we won't obviously force it. We'll have to see at the end of the season if they may be awarded to him, but they will get a field general upgrade here, get +1 to zone and man coverage. I'll still take that too as well. For the rookie, putting him up to a pretty good mark in both of those now. And we'll set us up for the Super Bowl, man. So the 12-5 Cowboys, 16-1 Colts. Who do you guys got coming out on top, and what are your final score predictions? Make sure you guys tune back in for the video so you guys can see it. Now, of course, if we win it, we're still going to keep going with the series, and I'm still going to keep going hopefully till the next Madden drop. So we'll probably end it somewhere close to that, maybe like a month or so before the next Madden drops. You know, try to get a couple seasons in here, really truly rebuild this team, because next year's going to get hard, especially with money situations, stuff like that. I knew this team was in position to make a run. I didn't think it'd be this great. But that trade for Kyle Pitts really helped out, even though he hasn't done much in the postseason. The option of fear to take eyes off our receivers helps out a lot. So we will be doing more seasons regardless of what happens. So after the next episode with the Super Bowl, prepare for another offseason video. And now that we know how we want to do those, I probably won't show much preseason. We'll probably just go do offseason and go straight into year 2. So hope you guys do enjoy. Hope you guys are ready for the Super Bowl. Leave a like, comment, subscribe on your way out to share it and show love to the videos. Share it out with more people so they can come and enjoy the content too as well. And it's been your boy SGG, aka Coach Smooth, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I've had really fun with this. Let's go get this ring, complete the mission, and start the dynasty. Catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm going for the day. Later.